What if I told you that the most beautiful thing in your garden might already be buried in your backyard? Today on Nailed It Now, we're not just making garden borders. We're revealing forgotten roots and turning them into sculptures, tables, benches, and more. 12 inspiring ideas that look high-end but cost close to nothing. This video is meant to inspire, not instruct. These visuals are just creative concepts. Use what you have. Imagine freely. Build honestly. And if you have questions, thoughts, or even better ideas, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Maybe to you, I'm just another voice in the feed. But this channel, it's built on real hope, real time, and a real family behind the screen. When you subscribe, you're not just following content. You're fueling a dream. Thanks for being here. Thanks for seeing what others overlook. In a quiet corner of a tiny patio, where time seems to soften and the breeze carries a scent of earth and old stories, there sits a table, not bought but born. This isn't just a table. It's a tree's memory, shaped by wind and rain, patiently carved by nature itself. Once discarded in the forest floor, the root was lifted, cleaned, and given new life. Not through machines, but by hands that love to preserve what nature began. See how the twisted wood cradles a polished surface. Each not a chapter, each curve a whisper. It's not perfect, and that's the point. It carries the wildness of the forest into the calm of your garden, reminding you that beauty often lives in the overlooked. Around it, small chairs gather like companions. Lavender peeks through the patio bricks, and ivy hangs low like a lullaby. In this setting, even tea tastes wiser. And the best part? You can do this, too, with just an old root, some sandpaper, and patience. You can build a moment like this, a moment of stillness, of craftsmanship, of connection to the land beneath your feet. This isn't just DIY. It's poetry carved in wood. Sometimes nature doesn't just inspire design, it becomes a design. Here, beneath the dappled shade of an afternoon sun, a simple backyard transforms into something almost sacred. The secret? It's not stone or brick. It's roots. Old, weathered tree roots, once hidden underground, now reborn as a frame of a garden soul. Each curve and the edging feels like a signature from a forest. No two roots are the same. Some curl, some split, some stretch like long forgotten veins of the earth. When placed along the border of herbs, wildflowers, or vegetables, they breathe life into the garden without stealing from it. And this is the beauty of upcycling at its purest. You don't need to spend. You need to notice. A walk through the woods might gift you a root tangled in story. A discarded stump near the edge of your town might become the outline of your time and mint. To make this yourself, you don't need perfection. Just a soft brush to clean the roots, a few tools to shape the ends, and the will to let nature guide your hand. As you arrange them along your garden's edge, they will begin to speak, not loudly, but gently, like the hush of leaves in early fall. This is not just a DIY idea. It's an invitation to look deeper, to reuse differently, to frame your garden not in lines, but in living history. There's something profoundly poetic about a fence that doesn't divide, but instead connects. In this quiet garden, the boundary is not made of metal or pressure-treated wood, but of something much older. These are roots and branches, once buried and forgotten, now raised with reverence. Their forms are not straight, but they are honest, curved by years of wind, softened by rain, shaped by silence. The twisted roots are woven like a language only nature speaks. They lean gently into each other, forming an enclosure that breathes. No nail holds them, no paint masks them, yet they stand wild and intentional. As you walk along the fence line, you notice the way it hugs the land's contour, never fighting the slope, only flowing with it. Vines climb where they please, birds perch without fear, and somewhere nearby, thyme and lavender spill over like laughter from the soil. This kind of fence is more than a border. It's an invitation to slow down, to see the potential in things left behind, to build not only with tools, but with intuition. And yes, you can create this. Start by gathering what nature has already shaped for you. Branches fallen after storms, roots exposed by shifting earth. Let your hands be guided by the way they bend, not by rigid plans. When you finish, your garden will not just be enclosed, it will be embraced. In a quiet corner where flowers bloom without expectation and the breeze tells no lies, there stands a bench carved not by blueprint, but by time. Its curves were not designed, they were discovered. A tree root, once entangled in soil and silence, has been lifted, polished, and shaped into a place of rest. Not perfect, but whole. Not new, but alive in a different way. The bench sits low, cradled by soft ferns and framed by morning light that dances through vines above. Its surface is warm, smooth to the touch, yet proudly textured. Every knot a signature, every crack a chapter. And though it speaks no words, it offers you the comfort of stillness. This is a kind of project that doesn't require power tools or plans. It requires presence, a willingness to see beauty where others see debris. A root like this may lie waiting in a forest or at the edge of a fallen tree. With gentle hands, a bit of sanding, and a heart opened in nature's form, you too can bring it home. Place it beneath a tree. Let it overlook a patch of basil or a tiny pond. Use it to rest, to read, to breathe. Because sometimes the most meaningful seat in the garden is the one shaped by the garden itself. Not all borders are meant to keep things out. Some, like this one, are crafted to celebrate what's within. Here in this tiny garden, nestled between quiet walls and a rustle of morning leaves, a bed of blooms rises in the earth, gently held by a ring of tree roots. They're not perfect, not cut or polished, but they carry a story of forest past, of rain-soaked soil, of growth and surrender. The roots wrap around the flowers like an embrace, soft but certain. Their twists and splits add rhythm to the garden, guiding the eye without commanding it. Each line they draw is an invitation to look closer, to see where nature ends and creation begins, and where the two become the same. Inside the border, colors burst without hesitation. Petunias, marigolds, and zinnias sway freely, their joy amplified by the humble roots that frame them. And the best part? You can do this too. You don't need symmetry. You don't need skill. You only need to look at what nature has already shaped and listen. Lay the roots along your garden bed gently. Let them decide the path. Let them bend, rise, overlap, and in time, your garden won't just grow. It will breathe with character. This is DIY in its most soulful form, not decoration, but devotion. Not every table is made in a factory. Some are found, half buried in the woods, half forgotten in the field, waiting for someone to see more than just a root. This table began its life deep underground, a network of strength and silence. Now, it rises in the earth as art, crowned with glass top that once was broken, discarded, unseen. Together, the two create a contrast that feels almost poetic, wild and refined, ancient and reborn. Placed gently on a quiet patio, surrounded by rosemary, terracotta, and the soft summer breeze, this tree root coffee table becomes more than surface. It becomes a story of time, of transformation, of hands that chose not to throw away, but to reimagine. If you look closely, you'll see how the root still twists and stretches like it's growing, how the grain of the wood catches morning light, how the glass doesn't hide its imperfections. It celebrates them. And yes, you can make this. Find a root with shape and character. Sand it slowly. Clean it deeply. Let it remain honest. Don't cut it into something it's not. Place a recycled glass top on it. Maybe round, maybe oval. Let your intuition decide. Because this is not just DIY furniture. It is a reminder that beauty is not always built. Sometimes it's uncovered. Sometimes, the most powerful art isn't painted or carved. It's discovered, weathered, tangled, and rising quietly from the earth. In the corner of this humble patio stands a sculpture that once belonged to the forest. A dry tree root, no longer hidden beneath the soil, now lifts itself toward the sky from within the embrace of a worn clay pot. It doesn't try to be perfect. It just is. Its lines are wild, its form unpredictable. But somehow, it fits so effortlessly here. Among the cracked tiles, beside the soft blooms of lavender, near the hum of bees and the scent of rosemary. The sculpture brings contrast and calm at once, a natural monument to what time, wind, and patience can create together. You might be surprised how easy it is to bring this kind of beauty into your own garden. Look for roots with presence, ones that twist, fork, lean. Let them dry. Don't strip away too much. Their story is in their scars. Anchor them in clay pots with stones or soil and place them where the light touches gently. No need for paint. No need for polish. Let the root speak its own language. Let your patio become a gallery where the only artist is nature, and you, the one who simply knew how to see. There is something deeply comforting about giving forgotten things a second purpose, especially when they come from nature. Here, mounted on a humble garden fence, a tree root finds new life as a shelf. Once tangled in soil unseen, it now holds tiny treasures. A clay pot brimming with time, a weathered bird sculpture, a candle waiting for dusk. The root itself doesn't try to be straight. It curves, it dips, it leans into the moment. And that's the beauty of it. Every knot and crack on its surface tells a quiet story. No machine cut it, no blueprint shaped it. It was found, cleaned, and embraced just as it was. Screwed gently into place with old metal brackets, it becomes something both useful and poetic. This is a kind of DIY project that needs more feeling than tools. You don't need to sand it smooth. You don't need to hide the imperfections. In fact, that's what makes it special. The rougher the texture, the deeper the character. Use it to display herbs you've grown with love, or set down small objects that make you smile. Let it become a small stage for daily beauty. Because when you let nature remain wild, even while hanging on a fence, it teaches you something, that even in stillness, even when repurposed, there is grace. A path is never just a way forward. Sometimes it's an invitation to slow down, to notice, to feel the earth under your steps, and to walk not just with your feet, but with your heart. This garden path doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't shine or boast symmetry. Instead, it whispers. Carved from stone and time, it weaves gently through the landscape, framed by the arms of ancient roots, each one twisted, weathered, beautiful in its imperfection. The roots don't merely edge the walkway. They hold it, guide it, give it rhythm. Some rise like gentle arches. Others lay low like resting limbs. Together, they make the path feel alive, as if it grew from the ground rather than being placed upon it. This kind of design asks for very little. A handful of old root pieces, a handful of patience, and a heart open to the language of nature. You don't need to cut them into shape. Let their natural forms lead you. Follow their curves, honor their grain. Arrange them along the border of your path, like a soft, winding frame. And as you walk, barefoot if you dare, you'll notice something change. The path becomes more than a passage. It becomes presence. A quiet reminder that even the forgotten parts of a tree can show us where to go. I invite you not to admire, but to pause, to listen, to feel the silence say something meaningful. This tiny Zen corner is one of them. At its center rests a bonsai, small in size, yet vast in presence. Its branches, shaped by care and time, stretch slowly toward the light. But it's what holds a bonsai that draws your breath. A tree root, twisted in age, now transformed into a pedestal of quiet dignity. It doesn't overpower. It doesn't compete. It simply elevates, as if honoring the life above it. Around them, raked sand draws soft patterns like waves in still water. Pebbles, moss, and the occasional leaf complete the scene. There's balance here. A kind of calm that doesn't have to be explained. You feel it, and you can create this sanctuary for yourself. You don't need much space. A quiet corner, a weathered root, a bonsai, or even a young sapling. Let the root cradle it naturally. Let it bend and rise how it wants. Surround it with textures that soften your gaze. Smooth stones, gentle greens, cool earth. This isn't just decor. It's an experience. A meditation shaped by hand and heart. And every time you return to it, even for a moment, it reminds you to grow slow and stand still. In gardens where space is limited, creativity has room to flourish. And sometimes, the most enchanting edges are the ones that follow no pattern, only intuition. This small space is cradled not by concrete or symmetry, but by fragments of the earth's own memory, reclaimed roots and humble stones. Together, they shape a boundary that's more than just functional. It's expressive, quietly alive. The roots twist like soft gestures from the soil, each one shaped not by tools but by time. The rocks, worn smooth by water and wind, settle into the spaces between like puzzle pieces chosen by nature itself. There's no straight line, no forced angle, only a flowing edge that respects the rhythm of the plants it protects. This is a reminder that design doesn't always mean control. Sometimes it means surrender, letting materials find their place, letting roots stay wild and rocks stay rough. If you want to recreate this, begin simply. Gather old roots, fallen but solid. Choose stones with different shapes, not despite their difference, but because of it. Place them not with haste, but with care. Let your hands listen more than they decide. In the end, this kind of edging becomes more than a frame. It becomes part of the story your garden is telling. A soft-spoken poem about what can grow when nothing is wasted and everything is welcomed. Some entrances don't need doors, just a gentle curve of wood, a passage of light, and a quiet welcome of something hand-built with love. This mini archway, formed from old roots and wandering branches, doesn't just mark a path, it transforms it. As you step beneath its twisting limbs, you feel it. The softness of nature's architecture, the weightless way it frames the sky. It wasn't made to impress. It was made to belong. Every knot, every twist, every uneven curve was left untouched for a reason. Because in a garden, perfection is less important than presence. Building one like this isn't difficult. What it requires is intention. A few pieces of driftwood or fallen limbs, patience to let them speak their shape, and hands willing to anchor them gently, not forcefully, into the earth. Over time, vines will find their way. Petals will fall in its shadow. Wind will hum through its frame like music through an old flute. Use this arch not just as decor, but as a threshold. Let it lead somewhere, a flower bed, a bench, a moment of stillness. Because when you pass under something that was once buried or broken and now rises to greet you, it reminds you that beauty doesn't always stand tall. Sometimes it leans, it curves, it arches softly and waits for you to notice.